We are live. Let's give us 1 second here, and then we'll see what happens when we get some more people in here.
Yes, sir. It's showtime.
Got a couple people in here, I think. Oh, I guess no, it's only got one right now, and that's just me.
We'll give them a sec.
Give it a second here. Have some people come in here, and then we'll start talking.
Yeah.
I think we actually got one person here on Facebook, so we got a couple other people, but let's do this. I think we got a couple people in here. So what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream today. So we aren't going to have a sub live stream this week. Some stuff has just been the week for Cody and I has just been, it's been a lot. I got plans this weekend. Cody's got some stuff going on. So, I mean, we're not going to be able to do a sub edition this week, but we think we'll be able to do one next week. We'll have to contact some people about that. But anyways, guys, glad to be here, ready to do this. And before I even start the freaking stream, I got to do this. Hold on. This is why Cody's the GOAT, okay? This is why Cody's the GOAT. Right here. Get this mic out of the way. See, folks, this is what it is. Do you have the juice? I got juice. It's right here. All right, and he's got juice.
It's right here.
Got it right there in his freaking hand. All right, check this out, man. I love this freaking shirt. All right, this is awesome, dude. This thing is amazing. You are a GOAT for that. And I didn't even have to ask you for it either. You just decided to up and get it for me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
That's so awesome, dude. It's like free branding. I was telling you that before. And yeah. I love it, man. I love it. This is a great shirt. You got to show them the back,
too. Show them the back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. See, now, guys, this is the great thing. It's not just a shirt, okay? It's actually a jersey in a way, okay? Now, look at it. Check it out. Check it. If I can do this. So, larger, 64. Now, for anyone that doesn't know why 64 is on there, that was my football number in high school, okay? So, I used to have 63. I really wanted to have 63 at one point in high school, but there was a senior in high school who wanted 63. So I moved to 64, and 64 just stayed with me throughout my high school, I guess. Didn't Jeff Saturday had 63?
Yeah,
right? That's what it was.
I wondered if you did that because of him.
That's why I did it, because I wanted Jeff Saturday's number, but you know, I could have chosen to go back to 63, but 64 just kind of stuck, you know, it just kind of stayed there. But yeah, guys, awesome. Ready for another freaking stream. Now, you guys are going to check out, hopefully you guys enjoy this background a little more. Cody spent a lot of time working on this, kind of putting this together. This is a lot more professional than what we had before.
Oh, yeah.
Also, guys, the banner's down below. Subscribe to Bring the Juice. That's always there. Absolutely. And you'll see a couple links. Twitch.tv/FTFN. Twitch site for Fan to Fan Network. We just went live Sunday. If you guys haven't checked that out, please go do that. We've been live we went live yesterday, had a round table. I was there with a bunch of other content creators. Again, guys, this is all fun. This is what we do. We're talking sports, you know, and this is how you can see me more and Cody more when we get the chance, when we get to do more of these round tables with the guys and be able to bring more content. This is where it's going to be. So make sure, guys, go check out Fan to Fan Network on our website. Make sure to go check out Twitch. Go check those out. You guys can rewatch what we've done on Twitch so far this week. Obviously, check out rosterguy.com. We got a link down there below as well for that as well. So glad to have all of you guys in here. Let's see who is in here right away. Justin Whitmer's in here. Let's talk some football. Everybody make sure to like the video. That is right, Justin. Glad to have you in here. Nisky Cap is in here. What's up, dude? Glad to have you in here, man. Ashir say. And Eagles season's in here. What's up, man? Good to have you in here, man. Good to have you in here. I saw you in Philly Notion's podcast chat room the other day. We got to get Philly Notion up in here. We got to get Philly Notion up in here sometime because I know we don't play the Eagles this year, but that dude is so fun to talk to. He has so much energy. I love talking to him because all I do is just smile. That's all I do is smile when I'm around him. And FaZe Waterhose is in here, boys. What's up? Dude? What's up, dude? Glad to have you in here. So, guys, listen, man. Glad to have you guys back in here. Make sure you guys go check out some of the recent videos. We've been putting out a lot of content. We've really been trying. And now that basically football is back, training camp has started, practices have been getting going. There's pads out now. You know, there's we're going to be able to do a lot more content. We're going to have some other things to talk about, so we'll continue with it. But we have some stuff that are going to make sure that we get out to you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also, it's one of those things, guys, we need you to keep up with those. There's been a lot of it. And I did want to address one of the comments because we were talking about it off air.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that comment. Somebody was asking about, you know, whether or not I was going to be leaving the podcast because of, you know, wanting to build my own brand. I understand because a lot of people have actually came to me about that, asking whether or not I wanted to do something different than Bring the Juice. But guys, I'm not going anywhere. This stuff's too much fun. Not to mention Bring the Juice podcast. That has me all over it. I ain't got to leave. I ain't got to go anywhere, man. I bring the juice. We bring the juice. It's time to have some fun. And I am starting to make my own YouTube channel. I'm probably going to do that at some point. Just right now, it's hard because I'm putting so much time into this right now that I'm just trying to I have had very little time to be able to make my own YouTube channel at this point, especially with FTFN having to put posts and stuff in there. So, you know, it's just a lot, but you know, we'll never know. We'll see what happens, but I'm staying here for the long haul, boys. 2,500 subs, 2,500 subs too, by the way, just hit 2,500 subs 2 days ago. Thank you to every single one of you who are in here and are subbed to the YouTube channel. We really do appreciate every single one of you. We were talking about 2,500 for a while now. And again, it's still absolutely blows both of our minds. We talk about this all the time. We talk about it maybe once a week about just how many of you continue to keep subbing and coming to us for content. Again, we really appreciate every single one of you. Even if you're not a Colts fan and you're in here, we appreciate you because we enjoy having these discussions like Eagle season in here. I mean, this is what it's all about, guys, is bringing content, just talking with you guys. This is what it's about. So for today's live stream, if you saw by the title, we're going to be discussing weeks 14 through 17, the ending of the Colts 2020 schedule. What was our records that we had so far, Cody, for...
Ooh.
I think we each had them at 3 losses, right? 3 or 4 losses?
3 or 4 losses, I think it was. Because what would it be? Through 13 games, if my math's correct, which is not very good. Gosh. I feel like we had them at like 8-5 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd have to go back and look at it because I can't remember.
But yeah.
But either way, we'll get into that. And then afterwards, guys, if we're still up for more talking afterwards, we'll talk some training camp, some more stuff to talk about. We can just talk, or we can talk about injuries. There's a lot of them that have happened over the last few days, some things to talk about there. But Eagle season with the first question. Let's get into a couple things here before we get into week 14 and others. So, should y'all sign Jadeveon Clowney? Well, I mean, should you? I mean, you want to try to, right? But at this point, there's no way the Colts pull that one off. No way, because at this point, there's only 3 teams it comes down to. It comes to the Texans, comes back to Seattle, or it comes back to Tennessee. There's nobody else that's been in the mix for a while. And we know the money's not the issue. Because if the money were the issue, he would have signed with the Browns 3 months ago, but he hasn't. So, I mean, it's not happening. I don't know about how you feel about that one, Cody.
No, it is definitely not happening for me. I mean, you draft Bambanagu, you draft Kamoko Toure, you got to let them play. You can't just continue to stunt their growth by plugging in veterans. Like, you got to let them play. And for me right now, yeah, I'm staying away from Jadeveon Clowney, and I'm probably using a stick too, because he's going to command a lot of money. He hasn't really been super healthy the last couple of years, especially. He's a pretty good player though, but I think for the value that he's going to ask for and demand, you're going to get into a bidding war with these other teams. Yeah. So I don't know. For me,
save that cap. Save the cap. Exactly. Honestly, it's not even worth it at this point. It's really not. Yeah. Honestly. And you think the Colts have not made an offer at this point? I mean, seriously, do you think they haven't reached out to his agent and have given him a price? I mean, I feel like every team has. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I think it's smart to make sure you're checking all your options. So they might have, yeah.
So, yeah, I just don't see this happening. But Nisky Cap saying the Colts wouldn't be able to properly use Clowney after acquiring Buckner. I don't know if you necessarily – I don't know if I agree with that, because, I mean, they play different positions. It's not about how to use them. It's just a matter of whether or not you actually can get him. And it's just you invested in DeForest Buckner. No point in investing anything else. Yeah, we hope so, and I think we will at least over the Titans. Eagle Season saying congrats on 2,500. Thanks, Eagle Season. Thank you. Glad for that. Thank you very much, and we're glad to hear a part of it, man. We're always excited to have you in here. Okay, let me get into
the thing I love about it, Derek, is like this podcast. It started out just Colts fans, it seemed like, and now we've gotten different fans. We've got a Jaguars fan, we've got an Eagles fans. We've got Titans fans, like we've got fans everywhere, not just the Colts, which I really like a lot. Being able to have people, and I think it speaks to, like, hopefully at least kind of our, yes, we're fans, but like we like to be objective, and I think people like that. And so I think that's something that is good, that other teams, fans from other teams, feel like they can come and listen to our podcast and have an honest, real conversation where we're actually being real and not just saying, oh, we think Phillip Rivers is going to be the best quarterback in the league. Like we know there's a reality to that, and we know there's a reality to everything. And I think hopefully people like our grounded kind of opinion in that. So that's awesome. Yeah, thanks so much for 2,500. It's crazy. Almost to 5,000, halfway to 5,000.
Halfway to 5,000, guys, and we halfway in 20 months.
Yeah,
20 months.
January to
Yeah, January 2019 to August of 2020. I mean, we're on the rise, guys, and we're loving every step of the way on it.
Man,
Adam Gettinger in here again. Glad to have you in here, Adam. Which is more likely, the Pacers win the trophy or the Colts win the trophy? It's the Colts, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Pacers ain't doing crap. I know nothing about basketball, and I don't care to. But I know damn well the Pacers aren't winning crap. Not as long as they have Nate McMillan there. No way. I
used to watch the Pacers, and then when Nate McMillan came, I just lost all interest. I emotionally disconnected myself from the Pacers because I'm like, all they do is they get you hyped up a little bit. You're like, oh, they maybe could do some noise, and then they shoot themselves in the foot and they lose, and they disappoint you and break your heart. I've seen a couple different games when I was more of a fan where they just broke my heart and they had a chance to win it and they just couldn't do it. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just emotionally disconnecting myself from this team. I'm just going to be focused on Colts only. I can't do it anymore, man.
We'll just let Cam deal with that. But Tristan's up in here. What's up, Tristan? Good to have you in here, man. Good to have you in here. Always a pleasure to have you in here.
40 likes.
My unofficial mod. Xavier Rhodes has been performing well against Pittman and Camp. I'll have to check that out because I haven't seen much on Xavier Rhodes. But then again, I haven't checked Twitter today. I haven't checked Twitter much today, so I haven't really seen anything. But I mean, I'll have to check that out because if that's true, that's a good thing to see. Face saying we have the most salary cap, right? No, we actually have the 7th best cap at this moment in time. 7th best. It's still really good.
Back for when those guys opted out, but yeah.
Yeah, we have the 7th most. We're up there in the tops. I mean, we got one of the best cap situations in the NFL right now, but with the cap hit that you're about to take with COVID and everything else that's going on, save that money now. Save it now because you got a couple guys here in the next 2 years you got to pay. AKA Ryan Kelly's got to get an extension here at some point, so you got to keep that going.
Yeah, one guy we didn't mention when we talked about in our overview of the first training camp, padded practice, I asked you the question, are there any other guys that you think could be potentially, candidates for re-sign? We didn't even mention Grover Stewart. I mean, I feel like he could get re-signed. He's still a young player. I think he's 26 years old. He's a potentially rising player as well. So I feel like that could potentially be a signing or re-signing the Colts have this offseason before the season gets underway.
Lawrence is in here. What's up, bro? Colts pass rush and run defense in the front 7 will already be top 10 without Clowney. No need to pay as much as he wants for a minimal upgrade. And that's right. I mean, I get it. Jadeveon Clowney was one of the biggest names in free agency when it came out, and he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not a generational player. At least we haven't seen it since he's been in the league. I mean, everyone he came into the league, everyone thought he could be that, but he hasn't been that yet. And why take the chance on it now? There's no point. Why pay 15 to 20 million a year for a guy that you don't know if he's going to match that production? I don't know if you should.
Yeah. Right. I agree.
See a couple more things here. So, yeah, guys, let's go 40 likes here on this stream. And let's get a couple more comments here, and then we'll get into the first couple weeks of this season. Lauren saying Paris is getting a lot of one-on-one time with Sirianni, has been splashing so far. I have heard a couple things that his routes have been looking really good. So, again, I always said as long as he stays healthy, this guy is going to be a blast to watch.
Yeah. Frank Reich said he looks strong. He looks fast. He looks explosive. He's got good hands. He understands this offense, and he's consistent. He said, I mean, it's early, but that's what we're looking for with him.
Yep.
Now we need to continue to build. So that is a great sign for Paris Campbell coming into this season. Seems like he's already making a strong impression, along with your Ohio State boy, Tyquan Lewis. How about that?
Yeah, I know. He's been off to a really good start. Yeah,
first couple days. We were very vocal, Derek. Okay, this is his last chance. If he does not do anything, he's gone. And what's he doing? He's stepping it up. I love it. Tyquan Lewis.
Absolutely.
To this podcast. Who knows?
Absolutely. We've been critics of you, man. We have been. And Colts Nation has been. I mean, I'm sure he's seen it. I'm sure he's been on Twitter. He's seen it. I'm sure. And, he probably had that talk with the Colts front office during the offseason.
Yeah,
I don't doubt that one bit.
Chris Ballard talked about it. I remember Chris Ballard said, I had a long talk after the season with Quincy Wilson and Tyquan Lewis. Those are the two names that he threw out. So Quincy Wilson's already gone. What's going to happen?
Tyquan, are you going to bounce back? Are you going to not let Quincy Wilson be that deciding factor and be different? And so far, he's been making us eat our words so far.
Man, I want to keep seeing it. Like Reese Fountain last year. Keep building upon that. Keep getting better. Hopefully he stays healthy. And
Reese Fountain had, from what I heard, had some really good catches in today's practice. I heard some really good ones.
I saw that.
Paul C's in here. What's up, dude? Good to have you in here. This will be the last thing or two things that before we get into this. It was said on Reddit that Pittman was targeted 3 times in camp against Rhodes and didn't catch a single ball. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Interesting.
Good to hear from Xavier Rhodes.
It's good to hear. And people were being questioned about that. They were asking how Xavier Rhodes going to look. And I mean, I get Michael Pittman's a rookie, but the size and the way he plays is not easy to guard for anyone. So It's good to hear.
For sure.
Tristan, the last thing I'll say before we get into this. Sorry has Derek, but how do you feel about the game for college football while the SEC and the ACC and the Big 12? I'm guessing you're talking about how do I feel about the Big 10 not playing and everyone else playing. Well, the good thing is the good thing I'm hearing is that it's maybe not potentially over. It's not potentially over yet. Justin Fields has gotten a petition that has gotten over 200,000 signatures already to let them play. I have a feeling something's going to happen to where Ohio State's going to play, whether that be in the Big Ten or not. And believe me, the Big Ten needs Ohio State football more than Ohio State football needs the Big Ten. I promise you. Big Ten runs by the fact of Ohio State. That's it. That's all they got. They cancel this season and Ohio State goes somewhere else and balls. Watch. Big Ten is never going to recover. Never going to recover at all. But anyways, guys, we talked enough. Let's get into the topic of what this stream is. And like I said, afterwards, if we have some more that we want to talk about, we will make sure to address those afterwards. We definitely will. And make sure, guys, if you guys want to leave a super chat or a donation, thank you if you definitely do. They're not required, but they are appreciated. Help us with giveaways, funding the channel, and everything. We've been able to do a lot of great giveaways as of recently, and we're going to continue to do that. And your guys' donations and your super chats and you coming to our channel, viewing our content is helping us. So thank you all very, very much. Okay. Last 4 games of the season for the Indianapolis Colts. And this is really tough here. This is a couple of tough ones here, Cody. We have week 14, and that is the Colts are now going to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Oakland, Las Vegas for the first time to play the Raiders. So we don't have to worry about the pack in there. They're not going to have fans. I doubt most stadiums will have fans. But even then, it's going to be a Sunday night game or a Sunday evening game. So it's going to be one of those things where we're going into Oakland and everyone remember Las Vegas. I messed it up again. And we remember what happened last time. The Raiders were that sleeper one, right? We were always saying, watch what you say about the Raiders. We were saying that last year. We said, pump the brakes on this one being a surefire win. This is not, this may not happen. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Raiders come in again. We saw what Josh Jacobs was able to do last year, was potentially rookie of the year. I think he should have won it with 1,300 yards. I mean, I felt like he should have won it. And obviously that offense, they got some decent weapons. They might have some young weapons, but they have some decent weapons that can definitely make some plays. And, you know, you got Darren Waller. Henry Ruggs is going to be out there. He's been having a good camp so far. And they added a lot of pieces on that defense, man. Jadeveon Clowney is actually had his name thrown into the Las Vegas Raiders one. I actually think the Raiders could potentially do that. If let's say Jadeveon Clowney actually wanted to do that, though, I don't know if he wants to because he wants to go to a competitor. I don't know if he would view them as a competitor or not. But, I mean, with Max Crosby and Jadeveon Clowney on the outside, that would be that'd be a pretty decent defensive line, in my opinion.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Oakland has a lot of talent. I keep saying Oakland, too. It's like the same thing with the Chargers. I always will refer to them as San Diego.
Always San Diego every night again.
Yeah, but I'll just say the Raiders. I won't say where they're from. So with the Raiders, they are a very talented team that nobody talks about. And I don't really know why nobody talks about it. I mean, I feel like people have just crapped on Derek Carr for years. And he's been a decent quarterback. Like, he's been an above-average quarterback. I don't get the hate, honestly. I don't understand where it comes from. I know.
People forget that 4 years ago, Derek Carr was an MVP. I mean, 4 years ago, I mean, he was before who was it on the Colts that ruined his season?
Trent Cole. I'll never forget that.
Trent Cole. That's right. Yes. Yes. Always.
Like, one of his only sacks with the Colts goes and ends Derek Carr's season. I'm just like, dude, we're out of playoff contention. Just stop. You shouldn't be celebrating that.
Yeah. What round was Big Q drafted? Eagles season. That was first round, 6th pick of the 2018 NFL draft. But please continue, Cody.
Yes. No. Originally, it would have been 3, but then the Colts obviously made that huge trade with the Jets, acquired a ton of guys with that, a ton of picks that turned into a ton of guys on the roster, and they moved down to 6. Still got their guy. Tremendous by Chris Ballard.
This one of these guys here on Twitter saying we need one of these shots of Rivers this year on our Super Bowl run, and he tagged the Colts, Jim Irsay, and then us. I don't know why he tagged us, but this is the view that he's saying he wants. Of that would be really cool.
Yeah,
that would be really cool to see one of those, but. Hey, for whoever that was tagging us along with the Colts and Irsay, I appreciate it.
Well, by the way, Irsay retweeted one of our tweets. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that when you tweeted
crazy.
about T.Y. Hilton, that T.Y. Hilton gif, and ready for some Colts football. Yep, Jim Irsay retweeted that. Always appreciate it. Yeah,
I was like, "Are you what?"
It's like, the owner of the Colts found our tweet, and I don't know how he found us, but I absolutely love it, guys. Absolutely love it. But so a couple of matchups. I mean, here's the big question. Can the Colts stop the rushing attack, which we obviously could not do last year? That's the biggest question. I mean, it really does boil down to simply just being able to stop the run. It really is, because if we don't do that, Josh Jacobs absolutely destroys us. Now, pending health, I think that this defense this year is going to have a lot better opportunities to stop this running attack. I really do, because with DeForest Buckner creating a push on the inside, it's going to either force Jacobs to come back or he's going to have to bounce out. Now, the great thing about that is, obviously, if Justin Houston's still healthy, he's been a relatively good defensive end when it comes to the run. Kamoko Toure is getting better. And I think that our secondary does a really good job of being able to tackle. And obviously, these linebackers that we have now, Bobby Okereke, Darius Leonard, these guys, I think this defense is much more primed to be ready to stop the rushing attack of a Las Vegas Raiders as long as we stay healthy at that core.
Yeah, I agree. I think, just last year, I don't know what happened. Like, nobody could tackle. Nobody could do anything. It was just the weirdest game ever in terms of Josh Jacobs just looked like he was he was a hot knife running through butter, like with this Colts defense. It was weird how they could not tackle, but you're right. I think DeForest Buckner is going to help that interior so much. Yes, we've already talked about getting to the quarterback, but also, he's a pretty darn good run-stopping defensive tackle also. Now I feel like with Grover Stewart he's a really good at stopping the run. That's kind of his forte. Obviously, you got Houston. You got Leonard and Okereke, presumably. If Anthony Walker wins that Mike linebacker position, they'll be kind of the outside linebackers, both very physically active, type of guys, very athletic. Can run down Josh Jacobs. I think that they're really set up well to stop some of these really premier rushing attacks. And the Colts were really good at stopping the run last year. I think we forget. I mean, there was a couple games I don't know, that Raider game might be an exception, but most of the season they did not allow a 100-yard rusher. They were really, really good. The last couple of years they've been really good against the run.
Surprisingly,
and that's DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart being in the interior. I mean, so just that alone should give you optimism that this Colts defense can take the next step in stopping the run and not letting those games, break out like Josh Jacobs. You can slow down Derrick Henry a little bit more. Some of these guys.
I don't anticipate it being any different. The Colts have been a very consistent team over the years of stopping the rush very well. We actually have been over the last 3 years with Eberflus at the helm. We've actually been a top 5 rushing defense when it comes to that. It's quite amazing to think about with, a defensive line that's never been amazing at getting at the quarterback, but we've been a relatively good team at stopping the run. I can expect the same thing to happen with that. Now,
I agree.
The issue we had last year also was consistency on the offense, right? Everything kind of just fell flat. Right, for the Indianapolis Colts. We couldn't run the football. Our offensive line got smoked several times, okay? And Phillip Rivers adds a new dimension now. We obviously couldn't throw the ball very well either during that time. And it's all going to, again, be about the health of the wide receiver group here. But Cody, what do you expect here that Phillip Rivers can now do, or what this offense can do, rather, can do different this time around that we couldn't do last year?
Yeah. I wanted to pull up the stats from last year because that would be very telling as well. But I feel like this Colts passing offense was just very out of sync that game. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that was the game Vontaze Burfict got ejected for
targeting on Jack Doyle. Yes.
Yeah,
that was the game.
That was just crazy. I mean, how is this guy still in the league at this point? I feel like
is he even playing? I don't think he is
anymore. I mean,
he might still be instated in the league, but I don't know if he's actually playing or not.
Yeah. Okay, so actually looking at this game, the Colts passing offense wasn't atrocious, but Jacoby Brissett threw it 46 times. You don't want that to happen. The Colts had 39. Oh, my gosh. Marlon Mack had 39 yards on the ground against the Raiders last year.
Yeah, that can't happen. That can't happen against the Raiders, dude. Can't.
No.
And I mean, here's the thing, though. I mean, now you think that you have two running backs that, can help you move against this very stout front of a defense that Raiders have. And I think this unit, this offensive line, as good as it is going to get even more cohesive because they get another year under the system with each other. They're going to get better. And again, Quentin Nelson's still young. Braden Smith's still young. You still got good guys. So, I mean, this team's only going to get better on this offensive line, I feel like.
I agree. And also, just some other things from that last game. The Colts turned it over twice. They had actually more first downs than the Raiders last year, but the time of possessions where I'm really looking at. I mean, the Raiders had it for almost 34 minutes. The Colts only had it a little over 26. So that's a decent chunk of time.
That's half a quarter. That's an extra half a quarter that the Raiders had.
They could not stay on the field, and I think that was huge. And they couldn't get off the field either, obviously.
Those third downs were killer.
Yes.
The third downs and fives that Josh Jacobs would still run and get first downs on. It was we have to get better at that.
Yeah, more situational stuff. Because I'm looking at him, he only had 80 yards rushing, so that's not eye popping, but it was effective. Every time he ran it for a first down. He was very efficient. And Derek Carr only had 180 yards, but a lot of them were for first downs, and a couple of them were for touchdowns. That's where the Colts need to get better at if they want to beat the Raiders this year, because the Raiders have talent, and you can't afford to. And I believe that was that the game right after that Kansas City game? It might have been close to that. I don't remember when it was exactly, or maybe it was earlier on. That Raiders game. I'm trying to remember when it was.
No, that was before the Kansas City game, I thought.
Was it before the Kansas City? Okay,
it was before.
So it was the Colts were only, I think that was game 5 or something around that time. So I mean, I think part of it was the Colts were still figuring out their offense and figuring out their team a little bit with Jacoby Brissett, but that running attack was just not good at all that game. So they definitely need to be more efficient if they want to beat the Raiders this year. The Raiders have added more talent now, so they definitely need to do that if they want to do that. So, okay. Well, so maybe we can move to predictions now for this game. Yeah, obviously, last year was at home. This year will be in Las Vegas. I'm curious your thoughts, Derek, on your predictions for this game.
Well, I feel Phillip Rivers will finally be calmed down into the system. I feel he's going to understand everything. I think this Colts team has a general idea now of how to attack this team because, the second time around, you can make adjustments. And I'm sure Frank Reich's going to look at the game film last year and know what to do. They'll definitely, I think, fix the rushing attack. There's no way in hell that we're running for 39 yards. No way in hell that Marlon Mack's not having that again. So I think we'll control the ball a little better this next time around. While I do believe this is going to be a close game because I think both of these teams on paper have very good rosters up and down the spectrum, I think that both of these teams have a issue with pass coverage at times, but I feel the Colts are much more fine-tuned on that now with the unit that we have. I know the Raiders brought in a couple secondary guys over the offseason, but they added a bunch of veteran guys that have been tossed around the league for a long, long time. And they were going into that game, they were the 28th worst pass defending team in all of the NFL. We did not take advantage of that enough. I know we threw it for 46 times, but Jacoby Brissett was not the dude to do that for.
Yeah.
So I think this time the Colts can utilize that better and will do more for it. So I think it's going to be and more of a high-scoring game this time. I think it's going to be about the same as what it was before. I just think the Colts are going to have it this time. It's going to be 34-28 for me. The Colts are going to win this one. I think in a close one.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. So looking at Jacoby Brissett, he threw for 265 yards last year. But I believe a good chunk of those came from like one of the final plays kind of in garbage time. It was like a long 40-some yard pass to Eric Ebron. So you take that away, he had only a little over 200 yards. So I agree with you, Derek. I think that with Phillip Rivers, he's played the Raiders like so much. He probably has some insight on them. He played them 2 times a year for 16 years. So he has to know something about them. So yeah, I think it's going to be a higher scoring game too. I think this Raiders offense is really good. It might be maybe give the Colts a little bit more of trouble. So yeah, I think the Colts will be victorious in this game. I just think it's going to be very close as well. So the game last year was 31-24. I'm going to go 35-31. And the Colts are going to be victorious in this game.
All right, awesome. So we both started out 1-0. Let's kind of look at some comments here about what you guys are saying about it. Carr is really good versus zone defense. I've said this many times. His man-to-man coverage needs help. It's why Carr plays Indy so well. That's 100% true.
They got to play man if they want to stop.
Yeah, they need to play man. Absolutely. Anthony Walker said Blankenship won the first 2 days of camp, but Chase came back and won the third. I mean, it's good that there's some competition there. It's good to see. It's holding guys accountable by doing that.
They were there was a tweet today about kind of what they were doing. They were both perfect today. So
yeah. I mean that's what Lawrence was saying. Just here, technically they tied yesterday, but neither missing. So
yeah,
that's good. That's good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, that's great to hear already.
Kelvin Beatty's in here. Kelvin, sup, dude?
Hey.
The Raiders are never a surefire win for the Colts. We're 8-10 against the Raiders since 2000. Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense. The Raiders have just never really been a team that the Colts really do well on. Honestly, it really is. I could still think they can win even if Henry Ruggs plays good. Yeah, definitely. I'm curious to find out who actually plays against him. I mean, that's the thing because none of the Colts secondary guys can keep up with Ruggs. You can't play man on him. At least if you are, you're going to have to double team him. You have to. Maybe they keep Malik Hooker as a high safety on Henry. Honestly, because that might be a smart thing to do.
Right.
I had the Colts coming into this week at 8-4. Losses to Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, and Tennessee. But I say the Colts beat Vegas 27-17. Okay. I don't understand why you would say we'd lose to Detroit, but that's beyond me.
Maybe the thought is Stafford is healthy and he's a good quarterback. Detroit, they have some talent. Like they're not completely talent barren. Maybe that's the thought. I don't know.
I'm not. If we lose to the Lions, I will stream. You're not gonna like me. I'll just say that. Tristan says I have the same grip from my phone that is on the back of your phone. That's funny. We can stop the run now. Stewart and Buckner and the tackles will be tough to run through.
I agree.
Absolutely. They're big bodies. They run stop. I mean, they're gonna have to run to the outside gaps. They're gonna have to hit the C gap and D gaps outside of the tight ends to try and get pressure, especially if Anthony Walker's in the middle. It's going to be so hard to run on the Colts up the middle this year. Honestly, it really is.
For sure. And like, even if you try to go on the edge, I think the smart move, honestly, is to put both those guys, Okereke and Leonard, very athletic guys. They can chase down like anybody on there. They have the speed to do that.
They have the speed to catch up to guys on the outside edge. Yeah. Josh Jacobs is a beast. He absolutely is.
Yes,
definitely worth the hype he has. Taylor Stallworth is good at run stopping. Yeah, I've heard that a lot about people. I heard that from my friend Toby as well. The Raiders game last year was one of the concussion games for Leonard. Was it really?
Oh, wow.
Was it really? I didn't know that.
I guess I wasn't really paying that much attention.
Have y'all seen the YouTube video on Face of the Franchise today? I can't believe I'm saying this. It looks lit. No,
Hang on, guys. I think Derek, it happened. I don't know why it happens. It's weird. Nope, I still can't hear you.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yep. You're good. I'll read this one. Niski Cap says, I think Derrick Henry was the only 100-yard rusher the Colts allowed all year last season. I think he was. I think in that second game when the Titans ultimately, came out victorious, I think Derrick Henry was the reason why. You good? All right. We'll keep going here then. If I can find where Derek was.
Now I'm back.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, cool.
I'm back. Okay. Yeah, I had it stopped and then the setting, like it switched my settings. So that's why I lost to you for a second.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Okay. So we're back. I'm back. Okay. Let's keep going into this. I think Derrick Henry was the only 100-yard rusher the Colts allowed all year last season. He actually was in one of the matchups. It's kind of funny because Josh Jacobs, even though he looked way much better, he only had 80 yards. I mean, he didn't absolutely destroy the Colts, but he was consistently getting 5-yard runs, and it was just terrible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we all win this, if we win the Super Bowl. I know it's too early, but still appreciate the confidence. That one game with Henry was the only one allowed the past 2 seasons. Okay.
I mean, you could count that. I think that Kansas City game, they allowed a 100-yard rusher, but that's a playoff game, so I don't know if you'd really count it.
Yeah. We didn't run well that game is why we lost. Yeah.
Yep.
The TJ carries a lockdown corner.
Did you see corner?
I don't know about that. Did you guys see that video on Twitter where Jonathan Taylor absolutely destroyed Tavon Wilson? Yes.
I need to watch that. I heard like defenders were literally bouncing off Jonathan Taylor trying to tackle him today.
They did. Tavon, I mean, now don't get me wrong. Tavon held his ground, but I mean, yeah, Jonathan laid him out and Jonathan still stayed up. So,
I mean, it's like trying to tackle a truck. I don't blame Tavon.
And he didn't even try to go around him. He just all the way through him, man. He was like, I will run through you. That's what I love about him. I will probably buy a Michael Pittman Jr. jersey too. Absolutely. I'd like to see Jacoby Brissett start versus the Raiders. Oh. Yeah, sure. Remember, the Colts were not allowed to tackle in that practice, so he ran into him without being able to wrap up. Yeah, I know, but I mean, that's still a thing where you're seeing Jonathan Taylor showing that aggressiveness. I mean, is there anything else?
I gotta find this video now.
Yeah, go ahead and find it.
Okay, here we go. I wish I may be able to share this. I don't know. We got to figure out how to do that.
I mean, we just have to share screen and do stuff like that. But Niski Cat, last comment here before we get into the second week that we're talking about here today. The reason I have the Colts losing to Detroit is the Lions were really good last year, 3-3-1 with games they should have won against Green Bay and Kansas City prior to Stafford's injury. I know their offense has gotten better, but I mean, it's not super dynamic to me. I know that there's still – I know Kenny Golladay is an amazing deep threat guy. I get it, but I I don't see it. I don't see it right now. I don't see the Colts really worrying about their offense. I really don't. I've never been a guy to panic on the Lions of all teams. So, but we'll see how that goes. And I think we got another comment here, but I'm not seeing it. Rayzilla Beast, no, we're not using Streamlabs. We're gonna have to do that. Glad to have you in here, but no, we don't have Streamlabs yet. I'm gonna have to invest in that because that way, we can keep all the revenue that you guys give us, and YouTube doesn't take any. But no, but super chats are open though. But we'll probably invest in Streamlabs here in a little bit. I'll just have to work on that. But right now we're just dealing with super chats. So again, anything you guys give us, really appreciated. All that certainly helps us. All right, let's go to week 15. So now we have week 15, and that is the second matchup where the Indianapolis Colts will be facing the Houston Texans. And it will, like I said, it'll be the second matchup. Who knows how this one's going to turn out? It's in Indianapolis.
Okay.
It's not in T.Y. Hilton's. It's in T.Y. Hilton's second home. So that'll be good for him. But I don't know, man. This one, and the funny thing is, I was on FTFN last night, and I can't remember. I think the Texans fan came in, and he was saying, I bet you $200 that the Texans have a top 10 offensive line this year.
What?
That was immediately my reaction. I said, what? They allowed the most sacks last year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, I think Deshaun Watson's taken like 80 something sacks over the last 2 seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me fact check you on that one.
And I think Lawrence here saying, I use Streamlabs and StreamYard. Streamlabs is free. Yeah, I know it's free. I just we just haven't looked into it. We'll have to.
Yeah.
Cody and I this next week. Cody and I will start looking into that. We'll get some Streamlabs. Lawrence,
sure.
We might actually come to you and ask us how you do that, how you get that set up. But I would love to know, so that way we can get Streamlabs and it'll be easier. But we are using StreamYard. But
yeah, to answer that question, Houston was not dead last, but they were pretty close. They were 30th in the league in sacks allowed. They allowed about 3.4 per game, which is crazy.
That is. Let me do my quick math. That's 52 sacks. In 16.
That's a lot of sacks. That's a lot of sacks.
Deshaun Watson, bro, I need you to lie. No, I didn't take the bet. Okay, I didn't take the bet, but I want to.
Dang it.
I should come back to him and say, you $200 right now, virtual handshake. I will. That's absolutely hilarious because Houston does not have a top 10 offensive line. They'd be lucky if they even get into the top half of the NFL when it comes to offensive lines. I don't know what people they've added this year. Do you know who? Do you know anyone that's been added? I've not heard any big names.
Oh, I haven't even really looked.
You have to tell me that because Cody, what's your mother's name?
Tanya. Why?
I was just wondering. I saw a Mary Felger in here. I was like, I was wondering who liked who liked us on Facebook. That was really funny. But anyways, let's go a little further into the Texans here. Obviously, it'll be the second time. I think you and I said we both thought we were going to win that last game. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows how health is gonna do with these games? But honestly, guys, I mean, it's prime for both teams. You're seeing each other twice in 3 weeks. I mean, it's really easy to make some adjustments. The better prepared team will win this game. And that's why I think the Indianapolis Colts are going to win this one again, man. I don't know. I just think they are. I don't think the offense is going to be stagnant the second time we see them again. I don't think so. Because
no,
I mean,
that was
like
a big reason. That and DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, both are gone now, presumably.
Yep. And DeAndre had some really good plays in that second matchup too. He owned us in the second matchup. So that's gone. So I guess we kind of already talked about in the last time what we thought about the Texans, and there won't be much else to really talk about, but I mean, what's a prediction for you, man? Do you think they're going to win this second time, or do you think they're going to lose and split it?
I think they're going to win. I mean, I just think Houston overall has a better wide receiver core, probably just as a whole, but obviously losing Hopkins is a big deal. I mean, he was single-handedly also with the Colts' lack of passing attack, why the Colts lost the last game. So I think the Colts are going to win. I do. I think they're going to win. I think I'm going to go 31-21. I think the Colts are going to win this one by double digits. I honestly think they do.
I think the Colts win this one too, 24-17. That's going to be mine. Okay. I think that it'll be a lower scoring game the second time around because I feel both teams are going to make adjustments, and I feel that's going to slow the game down a little bit. I think that ultimately is what it is. Let's get into some comments here, a few of them. FaZe says, Isaiah Rodgers can cover Henry Ruggs. Probably. He is super fast, 0.01 seconds off. You didn't talk about that. Yeah, but I mean, it's all a matter of whether or not Rodgers is actually going to be able to play. I don't know if you would take your chances on that, right? I don't know if you would.
Right.
It's one of those things.
Like a sixth-round rookie versus the first-round rookie? No, I don't think I would.
Yeah, right. Camel Wolf is in here. What's up, dude? 10-6. That's what I've been saying all along. I think 10-6 is pretty doable. So, Lawrence saying sup. Matthew Stansberry, you took that bet, right? Nope, didn't do that. I'll probably have to though. I'm gonna go back to him. FaZe says, sure, give me 100 of that if you bet it. Oh shoot, I missed that comment. Who do they have on the O-line other than Tunzel?
Ooh.
I want to know.
I've got Nick Martin. Nick Martin's one. He's a Notre Dame guy. That's how I know who he is. They drafted a guy last year. His name is escaping me right now. I know they have Zach Fulton as well, who was a prospect a couple years ago, free agent. That I was like, should the Colts look at him? But ultimately, I think he re-signed. Or he was with Kansas City, and then he signed with the Texans. I forget the guy they drafted last year in the first round. And like everybody was like, "What? This guy was a reach. Why'd you draft him?" He's the right tackle. I'm forgetting right now.
Yeah, so I mean, they're full of prospects. I don't really know how somebody could think that the Texans are going to have a good offensive line. When your team is giving up 50 sacks, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Titus Howard was the name. Sorry, Titus Howard. That was the guy I was looking.
Want to hit all up in Discord? I can help you with all that. We might have to do that, Rayzilla. We might do that. Glorious shots in here again. What's up, dude? Streamlabs is nice, but it can take a lot of CPU. Yeah, that's my issue right now is that I don't have a very strong PC. It's why I'm using Streamlabs, why we're using Streamlabs. I feel that once I get a new PC, and I'm planning on getting one at some point soon, I can start investing into that, like investing into better equipment and doing stuff like that. And I'll be able to download stuff that won't crash my PC. It'll crash my laptop if I do too much with this. This thing is old. So forgive me. I don't have the technology at the moment, but when I get the technology, then I'll do it. And obviously Cody and I'll invest into that. Watson's career is about to end up like Luck's. It's on its way to it. It really is. It's on its way to it right now. You're seeing it. It's the forthcoming. Colts fans, we know this. We know this. We've seen it. We saw it over the last 6 years before this last season. We saw it. And now it was too late. Bill O'Brien needs to stop being the GM. They need to hire a GM that will build this offensive line around Deshaun Watson. Seriously, you can't keep going like he is now. You can't. It's just not going to work for him in the end. Matthew says, free to the user, but charges the donation user $5.99 will auto-subscribe if you don't cancel them right away. It's a pick your poison situation. Yeah, it's all right. Do you already have OBS Studio? If so, it's easy to set up. Yes, I do have OBS, but here's my issue. The last time I tried to use OBS to stream onto YouTube, crashed my PC. Crashed it. And I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm not dealing with that again. I don't want to try to crash this thing any more than it has because I don't want it to die on me yet. Okay, so that's it. Let's have a moment of hey, Cody, let's do what Justin said here. Let's have a moment of silence for everything Bill O'Brien has done for us. A moment of silence, please. All right, moment of silence is over. Let's go. All right.
I was just thanking God for Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, thank God for Bill O'Brien. What a beautiful Kelvin Beatty, what's up, guys? I still see 12-4. Yeah, could be. What's up, Arrowhead Sports? Good to have you in here, man. Good to have you in here.
Yeah.
If that bet is still on, ask if there's a bet limit. I have a 401k I can withdraw. Okay. Hey, let's throw all of our freaking money. He is asking $200. I don't know if he's bull crapping me or not, but I mean, it's true. So please keep O'Brien around Houston. He has done so much with this organization. All right, guys. So let's go into the third week here. We're getting into the last few weeks here. And then after this, we can talk some more. We can talk some more football of all things. So here's an interesting one. The Colts then go and leave home, and they are facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. One of the other matchups that it never fares well for the Indianapolis Colts. If somebody wants to pull it up, how many times or how rough it is for the Colts when it comes to playing Pittsburgh, please tell me, like over the last 10 years, how it's been, because it's not been favorable for us at all. So here's the thing. Cody. So we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last year, their offense, it struggled to really do much in the passing game. The only issue we had was their running back was their best wide receiver that whole game. He had 15 receptions for about 90 yards, and it killed us every time because we could not stop that. Nothing else worked on their offense. Nothing. It didn't do much for them. They just were able to keep moving down the field because of those stupid split screens and stupid curl under routes when it came to their running back. Nothing else was working for them, really. I mean, Juju was a non-factor in that game. Now you get Big Ben Roethlisberger back. You finally get your quarterback in the game. How much does their offense improve this year with Big Ben now being back in the helm?
I mean, it can't get any worse, right? It was really bad last year. I mean, you got to think even if Big Ben's not back to his form a couple years ago, they're still going to be a pretty solid offense. You got James Conner coming back. You got obviously Juju. So I think this offense, I don't know where I'd rank them, but I think it's going to be exponentially better this time around just because of the quarterback upgrade. I mean, you go from Mason Rudolph, Duck Hodges, to Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, come on. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So,
totally,
I think it's going to be exponentially better. It's not going to be like last year where it's slugfest, it seems like, throughout. But, yeah, I think definitely it's going to be a little bit more of a high-scoring game probably, I think, on both sides. So, yeah, I mean, new quarterbacks on both sides this year. So I definitely think so.
Now, this defense for Pittsburgh was obviously one of the better ones in all of the NFL last year. That was with the terrible offensive play that they had at numerous times. That defensive front and that linebacker core, it's legit. They got their front sevens, one of the best front seven in the league. Here's the thing, though. We took advantage of the secondary. Even though Minkah Fitzpatrick had that pick six, other than that, the Colts had almost their entire way with that Steelers secondary. And I felt that once we were able to get the ball on the outsides, when Paris Campbell was in the game, Paris Campbell was making plays on the edges. Do you think the Colts can still do that? Do you think that we can be able to do that to open this defense up a little more to help the run game better than what it was last year?
I think they have to. Yeah, I think they definitely can. You get the additions. I mean, there were so many receivers injured last year, too, for the Colts during that game. Zach Pascal was your leading receiver. I mean, he's a good player, obviously, but, you know, and Jacoby Brissett, as much as you rag on Jacoby Brissett, I mean, Brian Hoyer's a massive step down from Jacoby Brissett. So I think that with Phillip Rivers, this offense is going to skyrocket. It's going to give this running attack more chances to shine. I mean, really, I think that'll be the big thing. Because looking at the Colts, I mean, it wasn't great last year in terms of rushing. I mean, it was decent last year for them, I guess. I thought it was a lot worse than it was. They had 139 yards rushing last year against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is significant. It's decent. It's pretty good. But yeah, to answer your question, I think for sure this passing attack, that was really what was holding them back. And I think that'll be a big reason why, you know, they have a more of a shot this year than last year. And I want to pull up kind of the Colts' lack of success against Pittsburgh. I have it here, Derek. It's not pretty at all right now. You know, it's just not. I mean, overall, the Pittsburgh Steelers lead the series 25-6. I mean, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Since all time?
Yeah, all time. Yep. Yeah, there was a big stretch in there.
Guys, we're screwed. We're not winning this game.
From 85 till 2005, the Colts didn't beat Pittsburgh once.
Jesus Christ. We're losing.
Also, I'll do this last decade. The Colts have won one time. No, they didn't even win one time. And that was 2008 they won. It was the last time they beat Pittsburgh. That was with Peyton freaking Manning.
We're losing, guys. We're losing this game. I'm just predicting it right now. We're losing. I can't. I never feel confident when the Colts play Pittsburgh. We never fare well against Pittsburgh. So they're going to lose. No. I have this 35-17. The Pittsburgh Steelers blow us out, I think, here in this. I don't know, man. I have no confidence. No confidence in going against Pittsburgh. I really don't.
I mean, I get that. I mean, it has historically not been good. Did you look at some of these games, though? I mean, besides the last two, when the Colts had Andrew Luck, they were getting blown out by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they were getting blown out by Pittsburgh, even with Andrew Luck. They were, I mean, seriously, because our defense never stops them. Never. Our defense can't stop them. I don't know what it is. Their offense always kills us. I don't get it. It always. It never is a blow. It's never a blowout in our favor. Never. Yeah.
Dude, there was one game in particular. I remember the Colts got smoked 2015, 45-10.
I remember that. That was when AB and them were still there. Yeah.
That was awful. Yeah, I remember AB jumped on the goalpost. That was.
Yeah, I remember that. You got flagged for that.
I'll give my prediction real fast. I didn't give mine yet. I'll go 35-24. So I think the Colts still lose by double digits. I don't know if I'll do that big of a blowout, but it's just hard for me to say they're going to beat Pittsburgh. It really is, especially in Pittsburgh. That's always hard.
Yellow Mac 05, Deshaun Watson to the Colts in 2 years. Please do. Please do. I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. Would you do that in a heartbeat?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Let's solve your quarterback issue for the next decade.
If I have 12-4, if the Colts can stay relatively healthy. We were beating the Steelers before Brissett got hurt and interception. Hoyer came in. I understand the interception, but Hoyer had 2 touchdowns in that game. Hoyer had 2 touchdowns that he threw when he came in. I actually thought it was 3. Was it 3 or was it 2?
I think it was 2. Let me pull up the box score. But yeah, I obviously remember that the interception, that pick 6. I was like, what just happened?
I was so mad.
It was only 1. He threw 3 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Yeah, so I mean, like, Lawrence, we get it, but like, besides the 1 mistake, he had 3 good ones. So I mean, he outweighed his really bad interception with 3 touchdowns. So I mean, it wasn't the offense that was struggling when Hoyer came in. It was the defense still not able to slow them down. And because Vinatieri couldn't kick a field goal to save his life in that game either. So, he missed a couple in that game too that hurt us. Didn't he miss the game-winning field goal?
I think it got blocked, I'm pretty sure. But he did miss it, yeah.
Either way, the Steelers are the only team I fully hate. It goes all the way back to the AFC Championship game with Jimmy Harbaugh. Oh, geez. The Steelers came as a loss. We're 6-25 against the Steel City. Yeah, he was doing that. I don't like the Colts matchup with Pittsburgh. I never do. Never do. We could have an easily better team than them. Honestly, I think we do. I honestly think we have the components to be a better team than them, but it just never works out. Never does. Colts 13-3. You guys over projecting. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Okay, it happened again. But hi, Jake. Welcome to the podcast. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. And shout out to you, man, for being on that subscriber podcast last week. That was pretty awesome. It was good to see you on there, man. We'll have to do that again next week. We'll have to have some more of our subscribers coming on, talking Colts. I'm sad I missed the last one, but definitely want to be on this next one. All right, here we go. Let's go to another one. Yeah, Trevino's talking about last time Indy beat Pittsburgh is in 2008. That's crazy. Where were you in 2008? I mean, I was middle school. That's wild. And then Justin talking about, remember Ebron's with Pittsburgh. Yeah, I remember that. I think Ebron will remember that. You're back now. That was weird. But But Justin's saying, remember Ebron's with Pittsburgh, right? Like, that's going to be a game that's circled on his schedule. What do you think Ebron's going to do?
Yeah, it'll be circled. Ain't going to do jack shit. Darius Leonard going to lay him out all day long. Prove me wrong. Ebron ain't going to do nothing.
He'll drop the game-winning touchdown.
I'll drop the game-winning touchdown. That's right. If Mike Tomlin is smart at all, which I know he is, he would refrain from even thinking of the idea of having Eric Ebron try to get the game-winning touchdown. He would refrain from that idea completely. So is Deion Kane, but that means we can cover him. My laptop just crashed for the 3rd time during this stream. It can't handle you guys, or I need a new Wi-Fi router. No, it's us. Bringing too much heat for you today, man.
It's us.
It's us. Absolutely.
Too much juice, man.
Too much juice. All right. There it is. See? All right. Another factor we lost was because of Adam Vinatieri. Yeah. See, I don't like the idea of people saying Brian Hoyer was the issue. He wasn't. He had 3 touchdowns. I know he threw a pick 6, but he had 3 touchdowns. He accounted for 21 points. And didn't we have what? 20? Didn't we have 24 in that game?
We had 24. Yeah.
So again, he scored all of our points. It wasn't Brian Hoyer.
Yeah. I mean, you can obviously say that Miami game was Brian Hoyer because it was. But the game before was not Brian Hoyer at all. I agree with you, Derek. It's kind of like that whole me with Mark Glowinski type of thing. It's like whenever, you see like a loss, you got to blame your weakest link. And I think that's what people are doing, even though it wasn't his fault at all in that game.
It wasn't his fault at all. It was Vinatieri, and it was Vinatieri, and it was that defense is absolutely the issue. Again, Niski Cap, it's not Hoyer that cost us the Steelers game. He did cost us the Dolphins game. I will agree with that. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even really want to talk about that one anymore. I got the Colts finishing the season at 11-5.
That's where I'm at. 11-5.
In the playoffs, we definitely can beat the Steelers, no question, if we lose. Niski Cap saying he was at that 45-10.
Oh, man.
Bro,
we were at that Miami game, so it evens out, man.
Yeah. Manning blew out the Steelers in 2005.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Reese KFN's in here. What's up, bro? Good to have you in here. Good to have you in the stream. Always love seeing you here. I think we got them this year. I like the confidence, Reese. I really do. I just don't have much of it myself, unfortunately. It's not very hard for me to say we beat the Colts. Big Ben is washed. They will have under 75 yards rushing. Okay.
They could,
right.
Yeah.
Thinking, yeah, I could. Big Ben may not even be healthy for that game. Who knows? I mean, he's had some injury problems over the last few years. I still think he's a better option than anything they got. Even if he's not great, I still think that, he's still, he does have at least he's been in the system. He knows how it works. Really like that picture, right. By the way. Quiet people have the loudest minds. Totally true. That's definitely how I see it. Even though I'm a little bit more talkative than other people. Hoyer and Brissett is a good mix, but still with an injury. But that pick six versus Steelers was a 14-point swing. They were in the red zone. I know, but I mean, again, you would never have guaranteed me they were going to get points either way. You couldn't guarantee it. And so what if it was a pick six? That's only 6 points for them. It's not going to be a change in the fact that our defense still gave up 21 points on top of that. Okay. It's more on the defense than it is on Brian Hoyer. Yeah, he says it was blocked, but he still wasn't good that game. Didn't he miss a field goal right before half, too? I thought he did.
Dude, I've blocked that game amongst others last year just out of my memory completely.
Make sure that these comments are coming in because I'm starting to. Yeah, I guess. Well, mine's there. I guess, yeah, mine's there. Yep. I guess I just haven't seen.
Oh, no,
I got a few more of them here. I just was making sure because I saw a gap there, and yeah, you guys were telling me no sound. I get it. My laptop, the way my microphone plugs into my laptop, at times it loses signal. Which is really weird because it never happens for certain things. I just have to be very careful about how I do that. But
yeah.
Let's see.
By the way, for the 28 of you in here, be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that too.
Yes, please.
We're obviously just past 2,500 we just passed. We'd love to get to 3,000 before the season starts. I know that's a pretty lofty goal, but we've seen crazier things these last couple months with how crazy our channel has grown. But I think we can do it. I really do.
I'm hoping, man. Absolutely. 3K. On the road to 3K. We want to keep going, guys. So let's keep it going. Eric Ebron is going to be bad for the rest of his career, I have a feeling, because of the coach standpoint. Do you want to explain that one to me? I'm trying to, because of the coach standpoint. Is he talking on the fact that he's saying that he's not a very coachable player? Is that what he's saying?
Maybe.
Because he's certainly not had bad coaches. He's not had bad coaches.
No.
And he's about to go to another good one too. So I'm not sure. I'm not getting what he's saying here. Maybe in another comment here.
Yeah, he'll probably explain it.
You guys are secret Steelers fans, Larry. What do you mean?
Hey.
What do you mean? Still mad
I'd
they
rather
slept
caught dead than wearing that crap.
Yeah, I know. Wearing that disgusting yellow and black. Still mad they slept on Chad Kelly. Chad Kelly is not the GOAT. Justin, I don't even know why I'm even putting that on my stream. I'm not even doing that. Not doing that. Can we edit that out? I don't even want to see that on the stream. When this plays back, I don't want to deal with it anymore.
I mean, I could try.
All right, please do. I'm pretty sure the laces were facing at him. He could have still made it. Sucky game. Yeah, Pat McAfee actually came out and said that like when the laces are pointed towards you, it messes up your kick. Needless to say, that kick, none of it went right. None of it went right. The placement of the football wasn't right. The kick wasn't right. The blocking wasn't right. None of it was right. It's basically it. I get you. Yes, the defense had a bad game. Can't be 100% of the year. I get it. But, and Darius Leonard got screwed a bunch of times in that game. There were multiple unsportsmanlike conduct penalties that Darius Leonard got docked because he pushed people out of bounds while still in bounds, by the way, and got 15-yard penalties. They hated us on the defensive side. They destroyed us on that, for real. Join the Juice Gang. Yes, absolutely. Please do. Like the stream. Yep, absolutely. Arrowhead Sports coming in here. He knows what's up. Let's get into the last week here. Let's get into the last week of the 2020 NFL season for the Indianapolis Colts, and then we'll talk some more with you guys. And guys, be sure to ask us anything about training camp. Ask us something about the NFL in general. Ask us some questions, guys. We want to talk.
And check out our I'm sorry, Derek.
Go ahead.
Check out our videos on training camp. We recap day 1. I did a day 2 recap today. Be sure to check those both out as well whenever you get off the stream.
Absolutely. All right. So the Colts will face the same opponent to which they started the season. This time it's going to be at home, a January 3rd game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Probably will be home for that game because I'll actually be home because that'll be my mom's birthday. Probably watch a Colts game, and hopefully that'll be a good present for her. But I'm just kidding. She doesn't like the Colts. She does. She just doesn't watch football, which sucks because,
Yeah.
But anyway, So we've kind of already said it about the week 1. We kind of already talked about the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we're really not going to go into any key matchups right now. But we were pretty adamant. I think you even said they were going to win. I think you said they were going to win.
They're going to win.
I said they were going to lose. I said they were going to lose that first game. Yeah. I think they lose the first game.
Oh, that first game. I thought you meant this game.
No. I'm talking first game. You said they were going to win. I said they were going to lose because it's in Jacksonville. It's the first game of the season. I don't see it happening. Just because over the last 10 years, we have not had any help at all in Jacksonville. So
yeah, but Jacksonville's not good this year.
The 2018 offense that the Colts had scored nothing on Jacksonville. Nothing. So
but Jacksonville still had some pieces, though. That's the thing I have.
I get it, but you didn't score anything. And Vinatieri missed every field goal. And not to mention Frank Reich called a bad game, too. Frank Reich, that was one of the few games that Frank Reich called a bad game, where he made us go for it on fourth down multiple times where we should not have done that. We should have kicked the field goals because ultimately that would have secured it. We had three different fourth down situations where he said, no, we're going to try and go for it on fourth down and didn't kick the field goal. And that's ultimately what happened. So, we Frank Reich did not call a good game that time. The offense was struggling. I don't know why he thought going on fourth down was a good idea in that game. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a couple games before that, earlier in the season. If you remember that Houston game when he went forward on fourth down, like I didn't support the play call, but I supported the idea that we're not gonna settle, we're not gonna punt it. I guess we're gonna stay aggressive. I like that. I felt like he got a little bit too much in that game, where it was like you can just kick field goals and you can come out of that game sloppy game, but you can come out with a victory. And I did not love that game call by Frank Reich. Looking back on it now, I mean, I love the aggressiveness, but I think aggressiveness and also just being smart is something that Frank Reich was still learning. And I definitely think now in hindsight, he might have done that, so.
Yep. So win, lose. What are you thinking here?
Oh, this one's definitely a win for me. And I think it's a win because for me, this is going to be the Colts' 11th victory, right? For me and my predictions. And I think that is kind of where you want to be. And that I think that's kind of what I want to do. I think they're still going to be fighting for a little bit of seeding potentially that number 3, number 4. So I think this could be a potentially big game for that, for home field advantage in the playoffs. So for me, I'm going to go a win. I think the Colts are going to try to win and go in. I saw a comment from Lawrence thinking that they might rest their starters, but he had them already having 12 wins at that point. For me, with my predictions, I have them only had at 10 wins at that point. So I have them playing it out for, the seeding potentially. So that's what I'm going to go. And I'm going to go, I think the Colts are going to win this one pretty easily. I'm going to go 31-14. I really think like with the home field advantage and also how much talent Jacksonville has lost, I think the Colts easily take this one.
I think I'm going the same way as you. I think the Colts win this one. I think that they're wanting to shore up whatever seeding they're getting. So they want to make sure they get whatever they can get. And you take advantage of the teams that you should beat. And that's Jacksonville. So I think we'll do it. So let's get into some comments, guys. We said it. We had, I said we were 3-1. What was your record for this 4 games?
3-1 as well.
3-1 as well.
Lost to Pittsburgh.
Okay, got you. Lawrence saying, oh my, I forgot about those penalties versus Leonard. I was so pissed. You guys have no idea. I was so mad. I was over here. I was throwing things into my couch. I swear to you. I think my neighbors probably hated me because I was wanting to kill something. Seriously.
Yeah.
Guys, there's 48 of you watching this. I see that there is 30 of you on YouTube, 17 of you on Twitter, and 1 of you on Facebook. Thank you all so much for anyone that's listening. Now we're just kind of talking just training camp and things of that nature. Cody and I have said that we thought the Colts were going to go 3-1 in the final backstretch of games for the final bit of the season. So now we're just going to talk some football.
Yeah.
Just
holy smokes, you guys came in quickly. So if you haven't yet, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for the people on Twitter. If you guys want to come over to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe, watch it. And again, guys, awesome. Glad to have you all here.
Absolutely.
Faze Waterhose saying Steelers pay the refs. Yeah, it felt like it in that game.
With those Bumblebee jerseys, they look very similar to the refs in certain points. So maybe.
Yeah. LOL, they made it up to us with Pascal's pass interference. Oh, geez.
Dude, that was the game that Pascal had that amazing catch. His favorite one, he said.
A couple of really good ones.
That sideline toe catch. We asked him in the interview. We're like, what was your favorite catch? He's like, it was that catch right there.
Yeah, there was a couple of really good ones. So.
A touchdown, too, in that game.
Yeah, definitely. We will not lose to the Jags at home. Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. Did y'all see Jonathan Taylor at training camp? Yeah, he looks like he's been doing pretty well so far. So that's all that matters. I was at the Jags game at home last year. Well, then you had
a good game.
That was a good game. Yeah, Colts won that one. Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a game that
one of the
Marlon
few
Mack
games
did the double spin, if I remember right, to get a touchdown.
And the one where Bobby Okereke had that interception on the 2-point and got it on the pick 2. Yeah, that awesome. Was really good one. And it was one of the few games where Seth didn't actually look out of place too. So
yeah,
I was driving back from vacation. I still can't believe undrafted free agents like Cameron Klein and Chris Williams outlasted Kendall Coleman. Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I was shocked to see Kendall Coleman go. But then again, it's just kind of the nature of how this goes, bringing in guys to come in and put in, effort on that defensive secondary. We really need it right now.
Yeah, and I think I saw Kendall Coleman was visiting Detroit, so maybe he's a Lion by very soon.
Oh, so Lawrence says Colts lose the game because Indy won't play the starters the entire game. Already have 12 wins, can't get the top seed for a bye. All right, I get it. I get that.
Which is why I was saying, because to that point, Lawrence already had them winning 12 games, right? I had them only win 10 before that game, so for seeding wise, I was like, it makes sense that the Colts would want to play that game with their starters. But if they already have won 12 games at that point and there's no point, then I could see it.
So this question arises, and then Justin saying Campbell, and Lawrence is saying Campbell as well. And then Arrowhead Sports saying Pittman. We kind of did a breakdown on this before. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check that out from about a week ago. We broke down the wide receiver position and what we thought the stats would look like. And you guys can make a decision for yourself on whether or not you thought who gets what. So FaZe Waterhose saying Phillip Rivers has always dominated the Jaguars. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Glad to know that happens.
Yeah.
With his routes, who have been doing a lot of crossing and drag routes right in front of Rivers. That's what you need to do for Campbell. It's absolutely what you need to do for Campbell. Yeah. Let him get in the middle of the field. Let him burn you with his feet. That's what you need to do. Just simple. And the people will tell you, linebackers will tell you, especially, the crossing route is the absolute most hateful route that you could ever run for a defense, especially for a guy that absolutely kills you with speed like Campbell can. That's deadly.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. I mean, when I look at better season, what do you qualify that as? Because if you qualify it with receiving yards, I'm going to go Campbell every time. But touchdowns, catches, maybe I go Pittman. I mean, I don't know. In terms of, yards, I mean, Campbell can be used everywhere. Heck, you could use him on sweeps. You could just throw the ball, RPOs. We know Frank Reich has talked about that and how Phillip Rivers is a master at that. So, I mean, just get the ball in his hand and let Campbell do what he does, man.
And that's what you want to do now for Phillip Rivers, especially early. Get that ball out quick. Get it out quick. Let your playmakers go do it. Don't hurt yourself. Get the ball out quick. And I think the Colts do a good job of that. I think Frank Reich has a good system to get the ball out quickly. He has more weapons to do that. Niski kept saying I'd probably take Pittman because he's a big red zone target. Yeah, I think that that's what could be the deciding factor, to be honest. Let's see here. Pittman is insane, to be honest. I hope so. I hope that's what we get out of him. Arrowhead Sports. Jags, we gonna win.
We gonna win.
Yeah. We gonna win. We gonna win. Yeah, Phillip Rivers destroyed the Jags last year, 45-10.
Oh my God.
The Chargers beat them 45-10 last year? For real?
The Chargers were bad last year.
Yeah, The Chargers were bad. I mean, holy crap. It's kind of funny to think that the Chargers were bad last year because overall their roster is not bad. Defensive-wise, they got a good front seven. They have some good secondary pieces. They have a decent running back in Austin Eckler. And, they have a couple decent wide receivers and a tight end. But, I mean, again, your offensive line wasn't good. You had some injuries, and the secondary and the coaching was bad. So, who will have a better year, Willis or Hooker?
I mean, I can't go wrong with Willis. That's my boy.
I mean, look, okay, Homer. Okay.
I don't even like Michigan State, okay?
Yeah, right, whatever. He's transitioning, guys, okay? He's just transitioning over from Notre Dame to Michigan State.
No way.
He knows that when Notre Dame joins the
Dag
ACC
me.
this year and gets destroyed, I mean, it's just how it is.
Fine. If I do that, then you got to become a Michigan fan. How about that? Yeah, it's not happening.
Funny. For me, it's why don't you just explain why you think it's Willis?
I mean, Willis has proven more, I think, in his rookie year. Like, he's a solid foundational piece for your near future. Malik Hooker, the Colts have pretty much said, we don't know if you're part of our future. They didn't sign him to a very reasonable fifth-year option. So for me, Willis, long-term, he's your guy. I mean, he had a tremendous rookie year, fourth-round pick. He wasn't even the starter to start the year. And now he's got the full 16 games under his belt now. He has more experience in this defense. He's the entrenched starter for this year. It's Willis, no question for me. I mean, I don't think that there's any question for me because the Colts know what they got in Willis. He's a fantastic player. I would argue, and I know you would disagree, I would argue he was the best rookie last year of the Colts, and he was a fourth-round pick. Like, he was effective. He was tremendous. Now, I know there's some things he has to clean up, but overall, I'm going Khari Willis. I know what I got in Khari Willis.
It's contract year. It's the year that proves if Malik Hooker is worthy of this spot or not. Does Malik Hooker go out, ball out, get some interceptions, make himself look good? I don't know. It's easy to say Willis because what you saw last year and what everything going on, but Willis has not been great in the secondary. I'm telling you,
Excuse me.
We're talking about
you take that back right now.
No, I'm not taking that back. He was nothing special in the pass coverage. I get he was an amazing tackler, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't anything spectacular in pass coverage. Malik Hooker obviously beats him in that category when he's healthy. So who knows? I can't really answer that because I don't know whether or not Hooker's actually going to come back. I don't know. Okay,
our listeners, who do you think is going to have the better year? I'm going to get some backing here, Derek. I promise you.
Hooker, it's a contract year.
Nissan Cap
says right here.
No, Willis
will easily have the better year.
Thank you.
Hooker resigned probably.
Resigned, maybe?
FaZe Waterhose says, I'm going to head out. See you, man. See ya. Let's see here. What else do we got? Daryl Edmonds in here. Colts go 12-4 bottom line. Okay. Interesting. Let's see here.
I'm glad I got some people on my side here.
I got a few people on mine. Chill. I bet you guys forgot about Campbell running down the sideline nearly for a touchdown uncontested and just falls and fumbles the ball away. I remember that play. It was the play he got hurt. It was the play he destroyed his ankle, apparently. So, I know it. I've seen it. I've seen it for sure. I'm listening more than watching, cooking dinner for my hungry belly. Yeah, I feel that, dude. So apparently Tyquan Lewis beat Nelson on a rep.
Those one-on-ones, yeah. He beat Quentin Nelson.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So that's really, like, if that wasn't encouraging enough, I mean, that's super encouraging.
Yeah, I mean, abso-freaking-lutely, man. Abso-freaking-lutely.
That's probably music to your ears, an Ohio State guy beating a Notre Dame guy, but I don't love it, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Pittman gets more touchdowns and receptions. He can catch a ball to make defenders silly. Yeah, obviously for those contested catches, he obviously has more. Lewis has been looking good so far in camp. Yeah, we were talking about that at the beginning. That Tyquan Lewis, the first couple days of pads, he's looked good. He's looked good so far. I have to see if he continues to keep doing that throughout camp. If he does, then I'll start wondering. What matchups, DBS or NY receivers? Not sure. I haven't seen a ton of those. I've heard a lot of Phillip Rivers finding T.Y. Hilton. Apparently that's been a thing throughout camp so far. they've had a really good connection. So that's obviously a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Lewis would get cut, but he's looked impressive. That's been our look at it the whole offseason, and now he's eating our words so far. Let's keep up. Are you looking it says what matchups are you looking forward to? DBs and wide receivers. I'm guessing we're talking about camp. Is that exactly what we're talking about here?
We'll go with that.
Well, apparently people have been telling me that Xavier Rhodes has been he's been clamping down on Pittman so far. So that's something I want to see. I want to see Xavier Rhodes continue to do well. I mean, if he's healthy, I think he's definitely there.
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping we'd trade Lewis to the Jets and keep Wentz. The trading of another Colts player to the Jets. I mean, that never gets old, right? Brian Scott's in here. Hooker has lost confidence because he's not been being targeted. Willis is the future. All right, I understand that. Hey, my favorite guys, Taylor. What's up, Taylor? Good to have you back in here. Oh, we got a controversy live on stream.
Oh, we do.
Absolutely,
on backwards for this.
All right, here we go. Hooker will be better this season because the Colts now have the front seven to allow him to play deep safety more instead of near the line so much like last year.
Okay, so he's not going to be better than Willis.
It's still could be. He's better in the secondary. I'm just saying.
Overall, as a player, he's not even close to Willis, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. We'll see about that this season, though. Kari all the way will pass Hooker. Trevino Coles, Hooker will have the better year. I'm going to throw that back in your way,
Disagree.
too. Yeah, you can disagree all you want.
Easily, Justin.
I have better year. Hooker doesn't fit the system. I don't care if he fits the system. It's just a matter of whether or not he has a better season. He already had one more interception last year than Kari Willis. I'm just saying.
Okay, that's not Kari Willis's game, though. He shouldn't.
I don't care.
You're talking about a free safety and a strong safety.
I'm talking about overall player and how we play it. I understand Kari Willis is a better tackler, but in secondary, Malik Hooker is miles above it. And he still has played less snaps overall from a college to NFL career than Kahari Willis has.
Okay.
I'm going to find a clip. More snaps.
I'm going to find you a clip of Malik Hooker attempting to tackle Derrick Henry last year. It is pathetic. Oh, good Lord. There were tons of people that were it wasn't even an attempt. It was literally like him crumbling to the ground. Yeah, no. For me, Kari's coverage skills, I agree. Obviously, Hooker is known for his coverage skills. But for me, the drop-off from Willis's coverage skills and Hooker's coverage skills, as opposed to Willis's tackling ability and Hooker's tackling ability, for me, I think Willis has the advantage. That's just my opinion, though.
Gotcha. OMG, Colts showed a video of Campbell. It's nasty. He plants a foot and burns it. Just check Colts' last tweet. Time to go check it. Lawrence said we got to check it, so let's freaking check it. I'm going to go look at it right now.
Let me.
I'm looking at it right now. Here it is.
Hang on. Let me see if I can do
my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Hold up. Here it is.
Okay, you're just going to show it.
If it'll replay it. Hold up.
Whoa.
Hold up.
I see it. Watch it again. Who is that? I don't even know who he's going against, but yeah, that's some serious.
That is a plant and a half, bro. Holy crap. This is on Colts Twitter, everyone. I mean, look at and that ball's underthrown too. That ball's underthrown. Campbell had to reduce his speed. I mean, holy hell.
I bet I knew who threw it.
I bet I know who it is.
Who do you think?
And the caption was FYI, Paris Campbell is still very fast. Oh, yeah, because in case you didn't know.
In case you forgot.
That is wow, bro. Holy hell. That's crazy. That was a really strong plant, and he just took off. And again, that ball was underthrown. He had to come back and get it. And still made that play. That's amazing. Niski Cap and I are brohemes right now. Looks like you and I are in the minority. Yeah, that's about it. I just don't think Hooker's the same player anymore.
This comment.
Xavier Rhodes has been talking trash about Pittman on Twitter. He even asked out Pittman's girl. What? What? I'm sure it was jokes. I'm sure it was jokes. I'm sure it was jokes.
Oh my. Xavier Rhodes is funny.
Either way, both play different positions. Willis will have more tackles because he's a strong safety. Hooker will prevent more pass completions. It's ultimately it. It's just it's whatever you say about it. It's just not gonna, it's never gonna be the same either way.
Yeah.
Rhodes is a maniac. Trevino Coles says. I hope so. If he's healthy and what I think he can be, that's gonna be fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Better tackler comes first. He'll get better at coverage. Matthew saying it. Oh, earlier, that same drive, Hooker whiffed the tackle. Leonard whiffed just as badly, and Hooker made the TD saving tackle.
But then he missed the tackle, and they got a touchdown. So say what you want.
He still saved the touchdown in there, and, just saying.
Gave it up a few plays later, but it's fine. We're getting a little controversial tonight. I love it. We're being it's like first take, but bring the juice first take. But we're a lot smarter than those guys. So
yeah, we're better NFL analysts than what they are. I can guarantee you, I know more about football than freaking Stephen A. Smith. Okay, and not to mention Stephen A. Smith don't know anything about football. He might know a little bit about football, but basketball is his thing. He has a research team that tells him what to say for his segments. Ain't no way that man knows everything football. No way.
Not at all.
Who was guarding Paris? That's a good question. I couldn't tell who it was. I couldn't tell who that was. 36 was the jersey number, but I don't know who that is.
Colts.com.
Nomadic Brian's in here. What's up, dude? That separation from Campbell. Wow. Yeah. Did you guys see for that split second, whoever was guarding him, he went out the frame for a second. He was out of the frame. Campbell's even faster than I thought. Trevino saying Jacoby threw it. It had to be.
36. Jackson Porter. I don't know who that really is.
Wow.
But yeah.
Hey, our boy Jack Adams is in here. What's up, man? Colts offense is going to be lethal this year with Campbell, Taylor, Hilton, and Pittman. Absolutely agree.
Pascal. Throw Pascal in there.
And Pascal. Can't forget that man's name. He's in there. He's in there. And Marlon Mack. You forgot him too. I'm definitely going to be losing $10. Please do. Okay. Okay, why is there only 16 likes? I thought it was 25. I just checked YouTube. It was at 25. So,
by the way, this is totally off topic, but did you see Gerald McCoy got injured and he's like out for the year now?
Yeah, and the Cowboys released him.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's so sad.
It is sad. Yeah, he came over to the Cowboys to want to, help out that line, and it's just one of those things. I don't know. Man. It sucks. It's the reality of the NFL, though. It's just how it is.
Yep, 25 likes.
Okay.
And there's 36 people in here. So for those 11 of you, maybe more, who aren't doing it, give us a like, please. We'd love it. All right.
Yeah. So Colts law was proving my point here. Our friend Lawrence was saying that Malik got better at tackling as the year went along. He got way better at tackling as the year went along. So maybe the gap's not as far as you might think it is.
All right. Agree to disagree.
All right. Well, agree to disagree, I guess. I don't know how you can agree to disagree on that fact, but it's okay. Colts are going to be vicious this year. I agree, Kirby Hayes. Absolutely. Campbell's looking really good so far. He just looks healthy. That's the issue. He just looks healthy. That's the best part of it. He just looks healthy. He looks like the same player. He just looks healthy. The KFS, oh, Derek. I agreed with you. Oh, it's a juice fight. Yeah. I don't have any juice, or else I would throw something, but I don't.
Juice fight. Oh, wait. You can't see it. There you go.
To see the play I was talking about. Yeah, that's right. No Willis's.
Yes, Willis.
No.
Willis.
Hooker. I got a nickname for
be yelling out loud, Derek. Just what's the warning?
Yeah,
your neighbors.
It's whatever.
The cops.
Has anyone ever chanted hooker? I don't think that's ever been a thing. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I got a nickname for our O-line, the Great Wall of Indiana. That's a good one. I love it. That's a great one.
What do they call the? I
agree. Campbell got almost Tyreek Hill speed. Yeah, almost. It should be in hyphens right there. It needs to be in hyphens. He does not have Tyreek Hill speed. I'm sorry. He's got amazing speed. He doesn't have Tyreek Hill speed, though.
No, nobody does.
Yeah, that man's different, even though I hate that man with everything in my bones. For personal reasons, not for him being a football player, him personally. I will never respect that man ever. Never. Unless they prove to me that he didn't do that to his son, I'm not convinced. That's just me. Options on offense will be our strength, running or passing. Anyone can hurt our opponents. Our numbers will be top 5 easy. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on the options. Multiple different options you can run. That will certainly help this offense for sure. Petition to make a spike called a Brissett. Okay. 4,000 plus yards passing for Rivers, over under.
Slightly over for me.
I'm under.
You're under it? Wow.
I'm slightly under.
Okay. I'm 41.
I think I said 37, 38.
Okay.
I mean, because Andrew Luck threw for 3,900 in 2018, and I think we put more emphasis on the rushing this year. Okay. Sabas if that's how it is, please tell me. Sabas Barbeu. Yeah, I hope I said that name right. Can't wait to see that front seven being top 5 in the NFL. Absolutely. That front seven has the potential for sure. Jack says, I bet Clowney signs with the Cowboys now. That's actually true. I think they could do that. I think they could pull that off. Brian Scott over 4,000 nomadic. Okay. Mm-hmm. Under, the rushing attack will hold supreme. Okay, that's what I was saying. What do you guys think Autry's role will be? Backup 3-tech or defensive end opposite Houston? Well, yesterday he was getting snaps at defensive end. Mm-hmm. I don't think he becomes a backup 3-tech. I don't think he does.
No, because Tyquan Lewis was playing interior. We thought, well, maybe Tyquan Lewis kicks out, but it looks like they're going to go, at least right now, Autry on the outside and then Lewis as a backup 3-tech, if that does work out that way.
Yeah. Let's see here. Bucks made a good call letting him go. He was falling down. Well, it looks like they did a good job of it now.
Yeah.
Eason starter next year? No, I don't see it.
Next year, yeah.
Not next year. Over 4,000 is a lot of yards. Trevino saying under 4K for him as well. I don't think Clowney will go to Dallas. They just signed Everson Griffin. That's a good point. given the fact that, Gerald McCoy is a defensive tackle, it does make a good point that, Everson Griffin being there might be the downfall of that one. For some reason, I don't have a symbol, a like symbol to hit, but I always like your stuff. Okay. That's weird. Try reopening it because you should be able to like the stream. It should, unless you're not signed in. You may not be signed into YouTube. That's the issue.
But I feel like you should be able to. You shouldn't be able to comment if you're not signed in. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, right. That is weird. Huh. I don't know why that is.
I don't know. That is weird. Yeah.
Colts will be so dangerous offensively. Mack and Taylor will run. You try to stop them by bringing up a safety, and Rivers will have T.Y., Campbell, and Pittman behind you. Yep, that's absolutely true. Would you be shocked if Autry is the surprise cut this year? I'm thinking it may be with Tyquan playing better.
I don't know if there's like a ton of surprise cuts that I can actually see happening this year. Because like you think about, I'm trying to think who was the surprise cut last year. There wasn't a ton last year that were surprise cuts for me, if I remember.
I don't think so.
The year before it was John Simon, and obviously at that point the Colts wanted to go with youth over actually like guys who were playing better, and they had admitted that. So for me, yeah, I don't know. I think Autry is just a good piece to have. He's versatile. He's not like super expensive, so I think you can afford to keep him around. He's proven with you he can get after the quarterback. So for me, we know the value that Chris Ballard holds in beefing up both of those lines. I just think it'd be a little counterproductive to get rid of Autry, who has been a productive player in your system before. So right. I don't think so.
I agree. Colts are going to do real good. I hate them, but the Colts are going to take their path right into the playoffs. Yep, of course, the Chiefs fan saying it. He's still probably bitter over the fact that we beat him last year. I have 4,100 yards for Rivers. Rivers has only thrown under 4K one single season since his rookie year.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I'm off. I'm off that. Not dealing with that one. How much do you guys think Knicks will be implemented in the offense? Do you think we could see more pro sets featuring combos of Mack, Taylor, and or Hines? Yeah, in the red zone, I expect a lot of pro sets. No question about it. And especially short downs, short yardage downs. That's where Knicks is going to be most utilized to help with that run attack.
Agree. Yep. Yeah, I could even see him being used as a blocking tight end on one side. I could see the Colts doing that like they did with Ryan Hewitt a couple years ago. I could see that happening as well.
All right, Kelvin's trying to make me eat my words here. Campbell runs a 4.3 140 and Hill runs 4.29. Yeah, I know that I get the 40 times, but when you look at the quick acceleration, I don't think anyone comes close to Tyreek, honestly. And Paris Campbell has that same thing as Tyreek too, where his get off is not amazing. It's after those 20 yards, Campbell starts flying. Okay. But I think Tyreek just has quicker get off, quicker acceleration, to be honest with you. Maybe Eason will pan out. I don't think so, but he was probably put into the best situation to succeed. That's the thing, guys. We think he is in a good situation to succeed. We just don't think it's going to be right away. It's just something that, a few years down the line, maybe.
Yeah, with the lack of preseason also, I think that's a big reason why we're kind of like, let's just hold off on him. He was a 4th-round pick. He's still got to develop. And he's still got to learn. Yep. He's got to play some preseason games too. He's got to get some live bullets, if you will, before we can go out there and be like, he's going to be the definite starter in week 1 next year. I'm just not there yet.
Yep. We need Knicks in the passing game to confuse defenses. Yeah, you could do that. You could throw things around. I don't see how anyone, not even the 49ers, can beat Kansas City now that they got a top tier running back and defensive end. Y'all, with this Clyde Hilaire stuff, you're making me sick. I understand he's a good running back. He's not better than Jonathan Taylor. He's not better than J.K. Dobbins. I'm just saying it. a lot of pro and I formations, I hope. But with Taylor as a one option for between the tackles and Mack as a stretch/sweep option. That's true. Even though you could use Taylor, especially for the sweep or stretch options, because Taylor's made some good runs off the stretch option for real. Will Phillip Rivers have an above 65% completion percentage? What was he?
He was like 67 last year, I think, or something, or maybe the year before that.
I think he probably will. Honestly, I think he will. Job. Yeah, I think he's been pretty accurate. And they'll put him in good situations where he can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Niski Caps, got to go, guys. Great stream. You really made me laugh tonight. Niski Cap, thank you so much, man. Always a pleasure having you in here, man. Glad that you were able to actually get into this one. So glad we're able to make you laugh, man.
Absolutely.
Has Lewis shown he's better than Autry yet? No.
No, not at all.
He's not at all yet. Tyquan's got to put together a full season. He's got to put together a relatively full season and have sack numbers relatively have sack numbers better than Autry. When he does that, then yes, it'll show he's better, but that's about it. So Matthias Farley was probably the most surprising. Yeah, that was probably it.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I forgot about that one too. Wait, hold on a second. What is going?
I'm gonna get some more juice.
All right, sure. You go bring some more juice over here.
I'm also gonna kill this stupid fly that keeps bothering me.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing you waving your arms around.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. I'm just trying to get rid of that stupid fly. I'm just like, you have this whole space. Why are you coming right in my face?
Sheldon Day is a player being slept on. Yeah, I agree, Justin. I think that I think that it's one of those things that Sheldon Day can be a really good depth piece. What's this Xavier Rhodes illness? Vontae Davis retiring at halftime vibes. Tom Carter, what do you mean? Do you see anything on Twitter today about Xavier Rhodes getting sick?
No.
I ain't seen anything.
Not that I've seen.
You want to, Tom Carter, you want to tell me where you see that? Because I ain't seen it today. I've not seen anything about a Xavier Rhodes illness, and I certainly don't get Vontae Davis halftime vibes. Certainly don't get that. Yep.
Yep, moving on.
Yep, moving on. You got to show me where your sources are for that one. Okay. Colts are a threat. The strength and depth of running back position in the Colts is going to determine how close you get to the AFC Championship game. And you got Casey going better than last year. I understand that. And we embrace Chiefs fans. It's all good, Rich. That's funny. Easton equals the future. It's quite possible. Never know. Never know when it comes to everybody in this. So interesting enough. Let's see here. Eason was the best arm talent in the past draft. He has other issues, but when I broke down the film, it showed. Yeah, I mean, we obviously know he's got the best arm. He's got the 7th best arm strength in the NFL. I mean, seriously. Fun facts, Nick used to be Doolin's coach in high school. Interesting. Rich be blowing up the stream for real. Rich, rookie running back, and who is your all-pro DE?
Frank Clark?
Yeah, that's Frank Clark, yeah. Should we cut LaRaven Clark and keep Carter O'Donnell?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I don't know.
I mean, day one they said Clark had a good one-on-one, so that's certainly encouraging.
Yeah, absolutely. Travis Herman. Sup, boys? Travis, good to have you in here, man. Glad to see you watching the stream on Twitter. Good to have you in here. Let's see. Week 5. Orange juice.
That's what I'm drinking.
Hey, absolutely, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tom saying maybe I misheard. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. I get it. Yeah, Xavier Rhodes missed today's practice because of sickness. He was sick or something, so he missed today's full padded practice.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that. That's a good reminder. Thanks, Tom.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, yeah, and Lawrence said the same thing. Yep, missed today because of an illness. Yeah. Okay, I didn't see anything about that. They must have just thought it was must have just been a flu or a cold or something.
Yep.
You think the Colts have a top 5 defense this year? No, I don't think we have top 5, but I feel this team definitely has the potential for a top 10 defense. No question in my mind. Let's see. Couple more things here, guys, and then we'll probably head off. 2-hour stream. Yeah. I didn't even really feel that long, to be honest. Mm-mm. Yeah, I said he was held out for a non-COVID illness. Got it. Alton Huey, you're right, bro. I heard the same that he had a slight illness. Yeah. Honeydew says Darius Fountain was awesome today. Yeah, I heard he had some really good catches today. So it's always good to see. I want Darius Fountain on this roster, so hopefully it keeps going. Excuse me. Chargers will be a wreck on offense this year. I mean, they have Tyrod Taylor as their quarterback. Their offensive line's still a mess. Mm-hmm. They're without Melvin Gordon now. I mean, their offense might be a really big bad bust, honestly. Have you guys watched all the player interviews lately? I haven't watched all of them lately. I will admit I have not.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I need to go. It's on my list. I need to go and watch them all. But yeah, it's just been crazy with all the stuff going on. Haven't had a chance to yet, but definitely want to.
Taylor, we made a video about it with the wide receivers. Make sure you go check out that video. We talk about what we think the stats and everything will look like for them.
Yeah. Yep.
Rivers has got to get used to throwing to a receiver as fast as Campbell. Yeah. He's had some speedy guys, but I don't know if he's had many guys recently that are the speed of a Paris Campbell for sure. Hot take. Marcus Hunt will dominate for the Saints. Ha, 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 ha.
I mean, we basically gave them Marcus Hunt and we got Taylor Stallworth. So
here's Reese's response to that. Marcus Hunt is on the Saints.
We found out that when I looked at the Saints roster and I was like, oh my gosh, Marcus Hunt.
What up, Derek? A little late to the show. Paris Campbell looking really good. I know it's just practice, but he looks good. Absolutely. Looks good, man. Can you go into more depth into why you don't think they're top 5? Well, here's my issue is that the secondary is still really young. That's my issue with this. The secondary is still really young, has a lot of pieces that they're still not 100% on yet. Now, this linebacker core, while it's still being young, I will take it over anyone in the NFL. I'm not taking anyone else's linebacker core but ours. And I know DeForest Buckner comes in, obviously helps this defensive line, but there's still some spots on that defensive line that still need to be can be assured, still needs to get better. There's a lot of other defensive lines that are better than ours. So even though we added DeForest Buckner, we still have some pieces missing on the defensive line, still have to be proven. And also the same thing with the provenness for the secondary. We still don't have that complete definition yet. While I still think they could be top 10 because they were number 12 last year, I definitely think they could be up there this time. I just don't see them being top 5. Just not right now.
Yeah, and with every position group on that defense, whether that be defensive line, DeForest Buckner has been really recently a first-team, second-team All-Pro. He's been a consistently good player. Obviously, we know Darius Leonard has been that as well. Secondary is a little bit different. You got some unproven guys like Xavier Rhodes a couple years ago, 2017 was first-team All-Pro. Last 2 years have not been super kind to him. And so you don't really have a guy that's coming off an All-Pro type of season in the secondary. So that's my thoughts on it.
Absolutely.
What was that? I missed what you were pointing to. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. I'm going to type it in
Teams
there.
are practicing hard with pads. Yeah, I mean, they have to. You got limited time. You got to go do stuff. So Arrowhead Sports already saying, doing it. Go Colts. Absolutely. Did you guys see Stephen A. mispronounce T.Y. Hilton? No, I didn't see that. How do you mispronounce it? It's T.Y.
Does he not know how to, read letters?
Oh, he definitely knows how to.
Good grief.
I was going to say what I was going to say, but I don't because I don't want to get in trouble. Anyway, how do you Web Dev Aaron? How do you feel about Hines going into this year? I feel this year is definitely the year that he could break out. He's in a situation now where when he comes out of the backfield or when he's used in certain packages, people are not looking for him because they're going to be looking for different options. And that's why with Phillip Rivers now, who also enjoys himself a running back that can catch out of the backfield with the Austin Eckler vibes, I think that's certainly something that's going to potentially happen. And I think he's going to burst into the scene this year. Should the Colts go get Winston before drafting? No, absolutely not.
Hard pass.
Last year,
they didn't. So.
Last year, defense had no depth, and Brissett at quarterback was why we lost so many in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that's practically it. And now we have that depth, and we don't have Brissett leading us into the fourth quarter. Top 10 defense, but yeah, not a top 5. See, I'm getting those. Rivers has a lot of speedy receivers that are competing for the job. Yeah, I mean, you got some decent speed guys. T.Y. Hilton, you got Paris Campbell, and guys like that. You got some stuff here. Oh, we've already answered this question.
Yeah, we said no.
We didn't think we should sign him. Yeah, I don't think we should. Who's the better lineman, Costanzo or Kelly? It's got to be Kelly, right? Freaking fly! I saw that thing attack your eye right there too.
Give me a second. But I'm gonna say Costanzo because he's been more. I think they're both top players of their position. Costanzo because he's been healthy more often than Kelly has at this point. That's my argument. But you can agree. You can disagree. I don't care.
Guys, for as little dependability as some might think about, hold on a second, guys. Okay, fix that in the chat. So we're good. So basically, I would go Kelly because Kelly's more consistent. I know he may have missed a few more games, but Kelly's never been, too terrible when it comes to the health concern. It's never been a huge concern for him. And I think dominating wise, Kelly dominates his position much more than Costanzo. So I'm going there.
Yeah.
Reese KFN, go Colts. Nomadic Brian, go Colts. Arrowhead Sports, go Colts. So apparently he said Ty Hilton.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that tells you how much he knows about the Colts right there. I mean, that's the most outside of Andrew Luck, he's been the most notorious, well-known Colt in the national media for the past decade. So come on.
Yeah. I don't understand. Great stream tonight, guys. You are the best. Getting ready to watch my Cubs. Oh, geez. Lawrence saying, go Colts. Horseshoe up. Go Colts. Go Colts. Chris Ballard has done a great job of building depth on the Colts roster. Every year, it seems we continue to build quality depth. We still have a ways to go, but we're definitely heading right. And Sean, you brought up a good point. Needless to say, people will still forget that Chris Ballard is only now entering his 4th season with Indianapolis. He's still implementing systems that are going to make this team better. I mean, this has still been a long process. It goes to show you how much damage that Ryan Grigson did to this franchise, that 4 years into Chris Ballard being the GM for this team, he's still just starting to get us the depth that we need at key pieces. This is exactly what it was. This is why we've been saying Grigson's been so bad for all this time.
Oh my gosh. You always hear the term the gift that keeps on giving. Well, Grigson's the complete opposite of that. He keeps on giving in the bad sense.
Cockroach that never dies.
No.
It just staying.
It's unbelievable. Like, you think, okay, he was out in 2017. Okay, well, what's happened since then? A lot of crap has happened. Like, he freaking didn't protect Andrew Luck, and now the Colts are, you had this rebuild going on. Colts were considered Super Bowl contenders this last year. And then obviously you can't foresee your franchise quarterback retiring a few weeks before the season. That completely shifts everything. So just now, I feel like Ballard is finally getting a little bit of a fair shake here, finding his quarterback. But still, it's been ridiculously stupid, all the stuff that Ballard has had to deal with, that prior management just brushed under the rug and said, we don't have to deal with this. And it's still going on. It's still impacting the Colts now, which is crazy to me.
Yep. Derek, not sure if you guys touched on this. I read Pittman Jr. struggling a little bit. Any concerns? No, not really any concerns right now. I mean, it's still early. These guys have not had a ton of time to really learn each other. I get that it's been different with T.Y. Hilton, but you have to get used to the system. And Michael Pittman Jr. is a rookie, okay? He's a rookie. He's getting an all-new quarterback and an all-new system and a whole new place. Give it a little bit of time. Not everybody starts out great right away. It doesn't happen. It's sometimes you need that struggle now. Get that struggle out now and learn from it now, so that way when the season comes around, he actually gets better. Kelly Trevino's saying the same. I think Quentin Nelson brings both of their games up, but especially Costanzo, so I'd say Kelly. I think Quentin Nelson provides more help on that outside, mainly just because you're facing better pass rushers on the outside. It's no question. I get it, but I still think it's Ryan Kelly just because of the run blocking and everything else. Go Colts. Who is a better lineman, Glowinski or Mewhort?
A healthy Mewhort. Yeah.
A healthy Mewhort was a good Mewhort. He was really good. I mean, I'm not putting him on Quentin Nelson level. He was nowhere close to that. But Jack Mewhort was in my opinion, a top. He was an above average he was actually a really good guard when he was healthy. When he was healthy, he didn't give up sacks. He was good. I mean, people forget how good he was. He just had difficulty staying around. Lawrence, is this your first 36-hour live stream? Hell nah.
Oh my gosh.
The longest we've gone on a stream on this channel is 3.5 hours. I could probably do it, but I don't know about Cody.
Well, the thing is, like, I could talk about the Colts stuff, but like I have to get up because like it just like my butt hurts after a while. I have to get up and
nobody said we had to stop. We just said that somebody has to be on screen doing something at all times for 36 hours, basically.
I think we could do it. If that thing we got to 3,000 subs, I would do it.
Yeah.
I think I would
3,000 subs. We could potentially do something like that. Who do you think gets the last wide receiver spot? Fountain.
Doolin.
Does Mewhort heal up and return to an NFL in a year or two? No. I've talked with Mewhort, actually. I got to meet him this year, and I think he's okay doing with what he's doing now off the field.
What is he doing now?
He's been getting into a couple different businesses. I know he's been doing some kind of business with other people. I actually have a friend that worked with him. He's investing in a golf course, I believe, if not, I'm not mistaken there. But I don't think he has. I talked with him about that, and I don't think he has really any interest of going back. I think when injuries get a hold of you, the way that did with Jack Mewhort, you just have a different outlook. You have a different outlook on wanting to play again. So I don't think so. I want Mewhort back. Yeah, I would love to have Mewhort back if that were true. Moving to right guard. Where did you read he was struggling? I'll have to see. Glow gets too much heat. He may be average at pass blocking, but he is a mauler in the run game. If your worst starting O-lineman is above average, you're doing really well. That's basically what I've been telling Cody over the last couple months, that if your worst option is an above average guy, you're doing pretty good for yourselves. All right, guys. So 5 more minutes here. I will just get going here in about 5 minutes. I got some stuff I want to do. Pittman has been going too deep on routes. That's very interesting. So let's see here. Do you think JT takes carries away from Mac later on into the season? I think JT definitely can take a majority of the snaps later in the season. Who knows? It's all going to be about who rides the hot hand.
Right. I think if he does it all, if he takes some more snaps away, it would be towards the end of the season.
I got school tomorrow. I could go to 10:30, but that's it. Hashtag butt cushion fundraiser.
Let's do it.
Funny. For real. Yes, Doolin Love. Yeah, Justin, I agree 100%. Alex Smith, that dude's definitely a warrior for sure. Okay, we need 3K. Yep. Absolutely. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for this live stream. We really hope you enjoyed. This was a lot of fun, and we were able to finally get the schedule done. But again, guys, we hope you enjoyed this. This is the way on the road to 3,000. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate you as always from Cody and myself. And as always,